Hi, I'm Chuck, KK6USY. Welcome to Ham Radio Vintage. Today I'm at Memorial Bay State Park. We're going to do a little POTA here. But first, let me show you what I'm going to use today. And so it's a 705. I'm going to be running hopefully 50 watts. Some of the bands are a little bit less. But let me show you my equipment, and then we'll get back to making contacts. And just feast your eyes on this beautiful area here. That's a volcanic plug, they call it. All right. All right, let me just show you what I brought for this activation, or what I'm going to use with the amp. I brought this. It's more of a backup. It's a Biono 3.5 amp hour. But we're going to run this thing on the Denko battery. Now, he rates this one at 5.5 amps, basically a 6 amp hour. But I think it tested out at 5, and that's what he wants to be honest about that. So that's what we're going to have. It has got the ends on it here for hooking to the amp. Now I made this little, I printed this up and just wired this up. This is basically goes in here, out here, and out here. So you have 2 here and 1 here, so it'll go 3 out. I didn't really do it with heavy enough wire, but it seems to work fine anyhow. But I don't think I'm going to have to use it, because I think I'm going to use the Biono for the relay. Okay. So sometimes some radios, and it's probably a good idea to use it on most radios, but you need sometimes a buffer. Now this is from hamgadgets.com. I think it's Dan the radio guy is what he goes by. And as you can see, this one has one to the radio, and that's what this is. I made this cable up, and this is for the, probably says the 705 on it. I made one up for my KX2 also. So I bought this one to run a QRP radio into my amp, my big amp at home. So what I have is amp 1 and amp 2. So this one will key 2 amps at once. For what I'm using this weekend, I don't need it. I will just use the amp 1, and this cord goes to the amp. Okay. And then you have your battery power here. Now, if I was running an amp, basically what I was trying to do is run 50 watts into a tube amp, and the tube amp would get 500 out that way. It was on a different radio, but that's what I was doing. Some radios, like the ICOMs, mainly that I know of, and I think this is with older amps, sometimes they put voltage back into the radio, and that could harm like the 705. So it's a $1,300 radio roughly. It's like, I'm not going to take a chance on it. I think this thing was $35 or $40. So why take a chance? And I just went ahead and I've got it set up for my little KX2. Now my KX2 is probably something I'm going to use this more sometimes when I want 50 watts on a soda, but I don't want to carry a lot of weight. All right. Now the other parts I have inside here. This is the cable for the amp, and then just a jumper to go to the amp. This one goes from the radio to the amp. All right, so this is my case that I usually keep the 705 in when I'm taking it in a car or something, or in my motorhome. Got a lot of stuff in here. This has got a bunch of different adapters and stuff. I have a couple antennas that I brought for this trip. There's a experimental, something I'm playing with. This is a dipole, just a linked dipole, but it's got a couple little twists in it that are pretty cool. And we'll probably show this to you eventually. It's kind of not out yet. I just threw this in a case, this little bag that I've made. Now this is a AT100M Pro. This is a tuner. And I brought the tuner because I brought a Poseidon with me. And as you guys know, the IC705 doesn't have a tuner built in, and this is going to be my tuner for this radio because it fits nice and small in this case. Now, I'll hook everything up and show you how it's going to get hooked up later, but you have your antenna in. The out here will be your antenna. They show that on there. And then over here in, this will go to the amp, and then the amp will go to the radio. So there's that. This just has a bunch of wires and stuff in it. Microphone, I think, is in there. I did bring an in-fed half wave also, and that's what this is. This is my little mini one that I made. Basically, it's our winder just shrunk down. This is the amp I'm using. This is a Micro PA 50. This is a good little amp. I think the Smoking Ape actually tested this thing. It actually tested fairly clean. Most of the bands anyhow. It's got filtering and everything. I mean, it looks small and tiny, but it's solid. It's got some weight to it. There's a lot of stuff in there. I think I've got a couple other videos on this, and I have it opened up where you can see what's inside. I'm not going to do that on this video. So that will be the amp. I've got a couple more jumpers here. This is got the same fittings on each side. This one has the same fittings on each side. So I think I have everything I need to hook it up. I like to carry one of these from the ARRL. If you guys ever go to a ham fest, pick one of these things up. They're great. They fit pretty much anywhere. Great idea with this. And then I have the 705 here. I guess you guys can see that. Let me set everything up and then show you the progression of how things are hooked together. All right, let me set all that up and I'll be back. Okay, this is the antenna that I came up with. What's pretty cool about it is how it winds up and everything. There's like hardly any weight on the top of the pole, so it's good for your carbon 6s or your POTA 20 or something like that. I hope to have these out pretty soon from Coffee and Ham Radios. If you guys are interested, I'll put a link to Coffee and Ham Radios out there also in the description. So yeah, it's like I said, this thing's only at about 15 feet. So it did really well. Well, yeah, it's about 16 feet because my cable's 15. So here's the antenna. It's 10, 15, and 20. It weighs almost nothing. We'll probably do our signature winder nylon out of it instead of this. I like the colors though, kind of. Maybe we'll go PETG, so it's plenty good enough for out in the sun and stuff. But has a little trick to it, which is kind of cool, that nobody else really does that I know of. And sooner or later, once we decide we're going to install it. If not, we'll tell you what it is anyhow.
QSL NB6 GC WB6 WUW. You're 5 and 9, of course, and point apart. And where is the USS Hornet? I didn't know that it was on the West Coast.
All right, this is the US Hornet. I don't know if you guys can see me. I can't really see the screen, so let me change that.
Talking about this, thank you. Yes,
she's still talking to this guy anyhow.
We are the USS Hornet. We are on the West Coast. We're located in the San Francisco Bay Area, off a tiny island called Alameda, and we are the aircraft carrier that, among other things, picked up the Apollo 11 and 12 crew. We were the recovery ship. Over.
Oh, yes. I think I just turned my antenna towards you. QSL Gwen.
Oh, wait, I'll show you a picture of my SWR. This is a dipole, linked dipole, 20, 15, and 10. I mistakenly adjusted 15 and 20 the last time, and I got 20 a little shorter than I wanted.
So thank you very much. Over.
Okay, well, thank you also. Were you in the Navy or the Marines?
Kilo 6 uniform, Sierra Yankee.
Okay, well, hello, Charles in Pinole, California. You're coming in as a beautiful 5'9", over.
Yeah, you're 5'9". Also, I'm actually in Morro Bay today, doing just starting a Parks on the Air, and you're my first contact. So I just want to say hello, and for Veterans Day to say thank you for what you're doing. And my dad did 21 years in the Navy, so I appreciate you doing this, and I will let you get back to other people. I won't keep it very long there. 73s is frequency in use. Kilo 6 uniform, Sierra Yankee. CQ POTA, CQ POTA. This is Kilo 6 Uniform Sierra Yankee, CQ POTA at US 1175. Kilo 6 Uniform Sierra Yankee.
Whiskey Mexico 2, Victoria.
Whiskey Mexico 2 Victoria, is that correct?
Roger, Roger. I have you 5 and 4 into Arizona Alpha Zulu.
Oh, nice, Roger. You're about a 5 and 6 here into Morro Bay. Thank you for the contact.
My pleasure. Good luck, and thanks for the activation.
All right, thank you. This is Kilo 6 Uniform Sierra Yankee for Parks on the Air at 1175 1175 US. That's US 1175.
Kilo Delta 7 Delta Golf Kilo.
I had Kilo Delta 7, right?
Kilo Delta 7 Delta Golf Kilo.
Okay, is this Michael?
Roger, Roger. You're 5-9 in Phoenix, Arizona Alpha Zulu.
Yeah, you're 5'9" into Morro Bay also. Great signal. Thank you for coming back to my call.
Roger, Roger. You're welcome. 7-3, and good luck with the activation.
Thank you, 73. This is Kilo 6 Uniform Sierra Yankee for Parks on the Air. That was pretty fast, guys. I can't believe it. CQ POTA, CQ Parks on the Air, CQ POTA. This is Kilo 6 Uniform Sierra Yankee for Parks on the Air. No, I didn't spot either, so. CQ POTA. This is Kilo 6 Uniform Sierra Yankee at US 1175 Morro Bay State Park.
Kilowatt Echo 5 Alpha X-ray. Kilo 0 November in Golf. You're 5-9 in Chico.
QRZ.
Tango.
The Tango?
Yeah, good afternoon. This is Kilo Charlie 6 Zulu Tango Tango. Kilo Charlie 6 Zulu Tango Tango. You are 5'9 plus in San Jose.
All right, I'll take the 5'9 plus. You're 5'9 here also. I'm running about 35 watts with a little amp into a 705. Thank you for the comeback there. And your name is Robert?
Yes, that is correct. Yeah, I'm running about 30 watts myself using a fairly new radio. I bought this in February. It's FT710.
Oh, I've got that radio also. I love it. Well, thank you for coming back to my call, and I'm going to go on there, and you have a great day, 73. This is Kilo 6 Uniform Sierra Yankee, US 1175.
November 6 Golf Romeo. 7 X-ray Lima Delta Sierra. November 6 Golf Sierra. Italy. Whiskey 0 Charlie Kilowatt India. Kilo 7 Whiskey Hotel Sierra. Kilo Juliet 7 Whiskey Hotel Sierra 58 Alpha Zulu. Check.
Yeah, you sound like you're 5'9 plus here. Great signal, and this is Herschel?
That is correct, and that spelling is funny, but you got it right, Herschel.
All right, yeah, you're 5'9 here. Great signal. Thanks for coming back to my call.
You bet, and good luck, Chuck. 73, KJ7, WHS, I'll be clear.
73. QRZ.
November 6, Golf Charlie. Whiskey Papa.
November 6, Golf Charlie?
Yeah, and 6, good copy. 5'9", Oregon.
Yeah, Bruce, you're 5'9 plus here. Great signal. I'm running about 35 watts on a homemade Linked Dipole. Shoot, it's probably only 18 feet in the air.
Yeah, except you got it hooked up to Morro Rock.
Yeah, I'm right here on the beach. Thank you for the comeback.
Okay, take care. Have fun.
QRZ.
Kilo 4, Papa, India. Papa.
Starting with Kilo Indian with India, I think.
Kilo 4, Papa, Whiskey, India.
Kilo 4, Papa, Whiskey, India. Sorry about that. Christopher, right?
Roger, Roger. You can call me Chris, and thank you for activating and for your videos. I watch them all the time.
Oh, thank you. I'm doing one right now. You're going to be on it. You're 5'9 here into Morro Bay.
Awesome. You were a 5'9 here into Idaho, Boise.
All right. Thanks for the 5'9 into Boise. Thank you for the comeback in 73. QRZ.
Kilo 7, Fox, Whiskey, Papa. Kilo 7, Sierra, Echo November.
I had a Kilo 7 Fox, I think.
Kilo 7, Fox, Whiskey, Papa.
All right, Fred, great signal. I sound like about 5'9" here.
Hey, Roger. Thanks, Chuck. You're 5'7", 5'8", somewhere in there, in Arizona, over.
Okay, you're about my third contact in Arizona, and you are a solid 5'9". Thanks for the comeback.
Hey, you're very welcome. And Neo, I heard him in there, K7 SEN. He'll probably call you next. He's in Arizona. Thanks, 7-3, Chuck. Take care.
All right, take care. So K7 SEN, you're there?
Roger, you're 5'9++, Arizona.
Yeah, you're 5'9" here also. Thanks for the 5'9++ into Arizona.
Thank you much for the activation. Have a great evening. 73.
You too, 73. QRZ.
November 7, Arizona, Yankee.
I think I had a November 7. I think it was Alpha Echo. Is that correct?
QSL. Name is Marty. Mike Alpha Romeo Tango Yankee. And you're about 5'7" in northern Nevada, over.
I copy the 5'7" northern Nevada. You're 5'7" here also. Good. QRZ.
November 7, Zero Yankee. Alpha 60 Papa.
Alpha Indian 6.
Alpha India 60 Papa.
Sierra Papa. Yep, got you. You're about a 5 and 5, I'd say. And this is Skeed.
QSL, we have you about a 55 too. Enjoy there. Wish I was up there.
Yeah, it's beautiful here, and the day is just like I got some video of the area here. And it's just totally flat water. Thanks for the comeback there. 73. QRZ.
Oscar Charlie Echo. Whiskey 7 Delta X-ray Romeo. Whiskey 7 Delta X-ray Romeo. Kilo 4 Alpha Delta Quebec. Kilo Golf 6 Yankee Alpha. Kilo November 6 Echo Romeo. Park to park.
Go ahead with the park to park.
Hey, Park to Park, this is Kilo 7 Romeo Echo Hotel at US 4435, and I have you 5'9".
Oh yeah, you sounded 5'9" also. Where are you at?
The Sonoran Desert National Monument is right outside Gila Bend, a couple miles to the east.
Okay, great deal. What was the number again?
4435, 4435.
All right, I would usually have this tilted up, but as you can see, it puts a lot of glare in the camera. So let me go through the progression. I'm using the 3 amp hour here to power this. This is the buffer. This buffer goes to the radio. And then it has one for the battery. And then this one goes to the amp. So this is amp 1, that's what I'm using. Radio, battery. All right, so that's that part. Now we have the radio going from the radio to the amp. I have a special cable that has BNC on this side and regular UHF on the other side. The amplifier goes out and in to the tuner, and then the tuner will go to the antenna. I don't have an antenna hooked up right now, I just don't have one up. So that's the progression. If I use this on my, let me just show those to you. Pull a couple of antennas that I've got with me. So first of all, I've got just this is a regular Poseidon, but on a shrunken down frame that I just did up one day. It wasn't even done really right, but it does what I want to do. So it fits small like into my KX2 case or these other ones. So that one that's why the tuner's here, because I'm planning on using that. I may go out by the ocean on one of the activations. And then this is a little experimental dipole that we're doing. This is not exactly the way it'll look. We'll probably get it printed in the same nylon that we do everything else, but it has a couple little twist things that are kind of cool. I think you guys will like. Not ready to show that to you right now, but it's just that linked dipole. I was going to do it just in a straight 20. I talked to Josh, K6NIZ, NAZ, I think that's his call, you know, from HRCC. And he said, well, maybe you should make it. He liked it. He really liked it. He's ready to buy one right then. I went, well, we're not ready yet. But he was like, why don't you make it a multi-band? So for now, it's a linked dipole. We've got a couple other things in the fix that it still might be linked, but really not linked. There's a little clue for you. So this is what I'm going to probably try first, just to try it out. It's a dipole. It's going to work. We know that. So that's the basic setup. Now, this is hooked to the Denko battery. This has its own battery. So if I turn that on, it'll come on, power up, and now you can tune. It actually tunes automatic also. I did a video on that. I'll try to link the video for that and the PA50 both. I did a fix on the PA50. It was a little oversensitive, and I put a little resistor on it because it was showing a little higher SWR than what my meters actually showed. So that's how everything's going to be set up. All right, so I got 19 contacts and about, shoot, I don't know how many, it wasn't very long. I didn't even spot. I can't believe the first guy came back on like my first call, so that was pretty good. The antenna worked flawless. I'm gonna go through the bands and see how everything else works out. This is exactly the SWR I had at home, so I have it set up almost exactly the same. So over good land, I'm sure, because I'm on the ocean. You guys see the bays out there. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed all the stuff. Just trying to show you guys what you can do with a QRP radio if you want to put a little bit of power into it. Sorry for all the cars driving by, and I forgot to put my hat back around. I don't know why I did that, but yeah, it was a fun time. I may do one more while I'm here. There's another park just south of here. It's like 15 minutes from here. There's a bunch of parks in the area. That actually, the rock out there, that's a soda. Guess what? Never been activated. I'm Chuck, KK62SY. Hope you enjoyed today. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like. I will have some links in the description for the stuff that I used today. If you do buy it, it does help the channel a little bit. I appreciate it very much. 73 all, and hope to get you guys on the airways, maybe at my next POTA.